farms, many of the farms here, sadly not as many as there used to be because of what Monsanto's doing, but many of the farms here were started out in the beginning origins of America. And these farms were passed down from generation to generation, now are being destroyed by the wind carrying these genetically modified seeds, which not only allow Monsanto to sue these farmers and kill diversity, but that's just it. It's killing diversity, making them the monopoly. And while they see that as being perfect for their business model, they're idiots in the fact of it's not successful for the survival model, which is producing food for people in the system. Guess what, guys? When you create a plant that is exactly 100% the same, and it's resistant to Roundup, say, this way farmers can douse their crops in chemicals every year to prevent bugs from getting on, well, guess what? The Roundup doesn't change much. The bugs get stronger. The bugs evolve in new strains and new ways to counteract the chemicals that are being used against them. And also, if there's a disease, it will take out the entire crop. Because there is no diversity, there's no actual genetic antibodies or differential in the plants to stop any of this. It would just be a spinning out of control cycle of mass crop die-offs. It would only take a new type of pest, it would only take a new type of disease, and the entire crop system that Monsanto's built its empire on would be shattered. And it would be awful for us because you'd learn real quick how much Monsanto has a hold in our food system. So many people would be without food. And it's disgusting that they've brought it to that level to where they hold that much market share. There should never be companies that powerful. And that's really, I think, the US's main problem. I love the US as a country, and it makes me sad that it has to be destroyed so often by so many cunts in office who don't know what the hell is going on in the real world. They sit in their cushy offices and just keep on pleasing the businessmen so they can continue to quote-unquote run things, when all they are is a figurehead, puppets for the businessmen really in charge. It's a sick fucking system, and these corporations need to be taken down. That's why I have a lot of hope with the internet and the anti-sec movement. See, now this is just bad. This is pathetic because that is a double loss of 3 times in a row that we're going through this. And I'm just going to keep on talking anyway. Like 3 dog. Yeah, here I thought we'd get this done in another hour. But it's definitely not going to happen because I keep failing on this one freaking level. So, finally, the super rank in the advanced challenge, it's actually worth something to fight. But again, it took us this long to get to something to challenge, and really, it should have been getting to this difficulty at about the medium range. And still, the maneuvers of launching attacks is far too simple. But there's so much that I've been saying in this LP that, again, it's a discussion. It's more or less giving me a chance to talk to you guys about things on my mind, outspoken topics on my mind that don't really need me to worry about what's going on in the game because it's the same old crap. Actually, what am I doing? It is the same old crap, and because of that, I'm not even going to freaking battle these guys. But the anti-sec movement, I'm following them on Twitter, but that's about all I'm doing, besides talking about what they're doing and promoting them. It's important to note that I'm not a part of their movement at all in any way. I don't have even a little finite bit of knowledge on how to hack anything, other than maybe my Wii for custom brawl textures, but that's about it. I really have no hacking knowledge, and I'll openly admit that. But I do believe in what they're doing. And before the government starts calling them terrorists, let me just point out that the only people I've had take freedoms away from me within my life has been the American government. Not once have I had a terrorist, a quote-unquote terrorist who hates me for my freedom, come by and snatch one of my freedoms away. I have to worry about the government doing that, my U.S. government doing that, damn near every day, if I don't keep close tabs on what they're up to. And from many times, it gets exhausting and annoying to do to where I just don't. But it's important to note that I'm, before they start calling this a terrorist movement, that I'm not associated with them in any way, shape, or form, but I believe in what they're doing. And you can call that terrorism, but I call it activism. It's essentially the same thing as those who did sit-ins back when there were slavery, was slavery still. That is at the level that anti-sec is at. And you may think that some of their tactics, what they do, if you don't know who they are, is it's an anonymous organization of hackers around the world. It's a conglomerate of people who have had enough with their worldwide government screwing them over for corporate business and for not having governments that do what they're proposed to do, look after the people. They're tired of it, we're tired of it, and I believe in what they're doing. And so what they do is they will extract information, vital information, and information you'd find pretty scary if someone had on you, like people's house addresses, where their kids go to school. They find this, they post it online, and they say, you know what to do. You solve the rest. People of that population in that area, stop the corruption, go to your mayor, senator's house, and demand these changes. Recently, one of their most, see, there we go, just took a little strategy. One of their most recent takedowns was of a Florida mayor, and he was arresting people for feeding the homeless. So, obviously, you can understand the ludicrousy in that, and I love what anti-sec is doing. Some people may criticize them because they were from, they could have been considered spawning from the lulsec movement, the guys who took down the PS3 Sony network for a month or so. Oh man, I almost choked on coffee. Oh jeez. Oh. Note to anyone listening: do not breathe and try to consume a liquid at the same time. It's foolish to do. You mix up the air pipes and the esophagus. But anyway, I believe in getting real justice, and seeing it done through hackers, I know that it's going to happen. Because hackers can shut down the fucking world. Okay? And I'm not even making idle threats here. I'm not even making threats. I'm just observing what the possibilities are. If they so choose, and trust me, these guys, these anonymous bunch of characters that are amongst us on our everyday lives of path, who blend but are the superheroes truly, the ones who don't come out in capes and who do not put themselves in the spotlight, those truly working for us. They have the capacity. They've released the entire United Kingdom census. They've shut down Brazil. They've shut down the IRA, I believe, temporarily. But they can take down anything electronic. And you know what that means, government? That means all your fancy toys, all your fucking weapons, all that which you would probably, in a heartbeat, turn on, and have already in the past, the American public, in case of a domestic dispute, they could shut that down. Because that's all controlled by electronics for the most part. Yeah, you can have your actual machinery, you can have your physical guns, but when the time comes, when we amass on the Capitol, if it comes to that, if you don't fucking change your ways and stop bending over for corporate satisfaction, and when that happens, when that shift happens, we're gonna have so many fucking people with us that you're not gonna have any movement with a couple of guns. We will arise in mass. And what I'd really like to see anti-sec do is attack the monetary system. And I'm not saying attack everybody's bank accounts, but I'm saying that they show everybody how fake this fucking monetary system is in the first place, and go to the Federal Reserve systems and just start printing money. Start printing money for everyone and start fucking shit up. It's time to tear down this system that makes no sense and serves no one but the higher echelon. I know this all sounds like revolutionary bullshit, and you're probably thinking, what a ridiculous topic to discuss on a Pokemon video. But this is the style I am, and I'm tired of being quiet, and I'm tired of not mentioning things because I feel they're out of place. You know what? This is the time and place. What better place than here? What better place than now? Do you want to learn later when it's too late to do anything? Or do you want to hear the information now? That's what I always figure. You know, it's funny. I realize that just running through like we did, we could be better off almost just doing the same for the rest. So we're going to try it because I realize that we're not actually making experience points or anything like this. We're only having the chance. We're only having the chance, that was the coffee that went down my windpipe, to get these guys as a trophy. And it's only a chance, a finite one at that matter, because we haven't found any trophies since, I don't know, it had to be earlier in the level and I just can't remember it because it's so unremarkable when it happens, but I think I'm just going to run through. Oh, fuck. Yeah, let's try and run through without losing lives, because that's just pretty soon, though. I can't foresee myself dragging this LP out. I just want to get this uploaded and satisfied in being complete. Because, like I said, even though you were the main reason for me continuing this, I still wouldn't have been happy with just leaving it undone like I did. It's a completion thing. Yeah, it's probably going to be uploaded depending upon how much free time I have. Today's not looking like a big day for free time because, again, I'm going to Six Flags, so what I'll most likely do is upload this over the week. Probably have Vlad do some more Minecraft with mods on it, and he says he wants to do some server stuff within that, so that too can happen. So I think that we've had enough for this recording. Over this week I will just upload as I can, but in the next episode we'll be rolling out into some new worlds of the S-Rank Zone, the advanced mode of Pokemon Rumble. So I'll see you guys then.